guys haven't paid Tom yet, it's $3 to be here if you're a student, $5 if you're not a student. Give him money. It supports Albany Poets, and we put on so many wonderful events that we would like to actually continue our existence as an organization. Your continued support helps that so very, very much.
Rain is on its way, regardless of what they say. They can't all be sunny days. Rain is on its way. Heavy, soaking rain, days drenched in pain, pouring harder every day, washing dreams away. But the sun is on its way, regardless of what they say. They can't all be rainy days. The sun is on its way. Sometimes you have to give in, just bear it and grin, and move on with your life. Difficulties come and go. There are bumps in the road, and plenty of twists and turns. Whatever will be, will be. Life is full of uncertainty, so expect the unexpected. The past is out of your hands, beyond your scope of command, and outside your jurisdiction. So put yesterday aside, hang on for the ride, and hope the best is yet to come. Just keep an open mind. Who knows what you might find if you're willing to keep searching. Thank you.
She's still coming and your claps are dying. Clap more! Clap more! Yeah, close enough. Yeah.
Sorry it took me so long to come, guys.
That's what they all say.
So this is a poem by a 20th century poet called Edna St. Vincent Millay. And the way I like to describe this poem is, let's say hypothetically you are waking up in bed after a one-night stand, and your partner in the one-night stand asks you, "So what does this make us?" This is the response. I, being born a woman, and distressed by all the needs and notions of my kind, am urged by your propinquity to find your person fair, and feel a certain zest to bear your body's weight upon my breast. So subtly is the fume of life designed to clarify the pulse and cloud the mind, and leave me once again undone, possessed. Think not for this, however, the poor treason of my stout blood against my staggering brain. I shall remember you with love, or season my scorn with pity. Let me make it plain. I find this frenzy insufficient reason for conversation when we meet again.
But if I do, feel free to kick me back. They fell often, flailing in spectacular windmill wipeouts, then popping up unharmed. Me, I didn't fall at all the fourth time, but if I had, it would have been all right. Too old for downhill skiing? I proved them wrong. I'll always be a cautious intermediate, shun the black diamond expert runs. But I'll buy those jazzy skis and boots, be stronger, swifter than I was at 20. A Viking crone carving graceful arcs on my long, slow downhill glide. Thank you. And I'm still doing that, and I'm over 70.
One of the events at the decathlon is heckling another poet. I feel like I should have won. I heckled the shit out of this guy such that he made it like 7 seconds into his poem. And then as soon as you break because of your heckler, you're done. You get cut off. And he got like 3 lines in and he was done. And then when I was reading my poem, I got probably about 2/3 of the way through it before the guy broke me because I started just insulting him directly. But the thing is, you don't get to heckle the guy that heckles you. So it's like a round robin sort of thing. And
this is my first open mic in a decade, and
welcome back.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
It's really been 10 years?
Seriously, 10 years.
No, he's asking. He doesn't know what a decade is. Small words.
The funniest thing is coming up here and hearing a whole bit about heckling right before you read your first poem in 10 years. Love the shit out of that. Thank you. This is first attempt at a villanelle from in 10 years. This is a cut up from cell phone dialogue over the course of a month. And my honesty keeps the anxiety away, because at least I know where I'm coming from now in some strange sentimental way. So lucky to have been able to see this little beauty. What's good, buddy? Here's a picture of pies. This is how my honesty keeps the anxiety away. Most things are laughable, even if awkward or sad, okay? And these are my talks and my privilege and how safe many of us are now in some strange sentimental way. Vaginas at dinner. It's like talking worms when we're eating spaghetti. Real words with voice are needed. Holy shit, it was funny. The birth unexpected as far as me attending somehow. I appreciate every single person I spend this day with in some strange sentimental way. So stop engaging in the system, because it'll adjust to whatever we throw. Have a wonderful sleep. Oh, buddy, all the things. Sunday, buddy, or another day. Make it down here in 3 minutes, and I'd maybe blow your mind right now. And laughed and walked away. Sort of priceless somehow. Thanks for having this open mic.
Our next open mic poet to the stage. You might know him. If you do, you're worse off for it. Ladies and gentlemen, Algorithms. Clap him all the way to right there.
All right, I got some shit. I got some shit to say tonight. That ass serious. Really?
Get it. Oh, did you want?
Nah, I love it, man. I love when you're in my personal space, man.
No, you
My favorite shit, man.
Get it.
Get it. I hate Ryan fucking Gosling, man.
Ryan Gosling's cute.
Fuck that dude, man. If I could pick 3 movies that has fucked it all up for us guys, any Gosling movie, Pretty Women fucked it all up. It's their fault. Damn them.
Drive was pretty good.
Hate that. I'm gonna get into that one. You know what it is. It's out there. They can't eat 9 pounds. They can eat 9 pounds of cat shit with a knit needle. That overrides logical thinking. I hate that fake love shit that fucking Hollywood has going on.
We're like magnets.
But I don't hate women. You know, this might sound like I hate women in this poem, but I don't. I just hate Ryan Gosling. Oh, he's so sexy. I puked over a chick saying Ryan is so sexy. Oh my God, I hate that dude. He's fucked up. And he fucked it all up. He fucked it all up for us guys. Imagine somebody like raising the bar, man. Like,
poetically? I can't.
nah, son. I mean, this dude, he got that shit like near Mars, man. His crimes are many. He hangs from carnival rides, professing his love. He dies in bed with his wife at old age while reading the story of their life. Him and his wife has lived. Because she has Alzheimer's. His newest crime against man is he quit his job for a female that he had sex with once. And he didn't even know her. And then he started robbing banks for the love of his child and, you know, his kid that he doesn't know. And the female moved on and she was with another man. And Schenectady too. It's just that bullshit, true story. And Schenectady behind the pines. Fuck out of here, man. Fuck out of here, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, a poet secretly in love with Bradley Cooper. Algorithm.
Yeah, now Bradley Cooper would be better. I don't see.
What was that, Julie?
I said Bradley Cooper is sexier. I don't see the Ryan Gosling attraction.
Okay. Why don't you and Algo talk it over? Which one's sexier?
Who?
Who? You and Aaron. The guy that was just on stage. Black t-shirt, black hat,
Yeah.
in the back of the bar.
Yeah.
Did the poem about Ryan Gosling?
Yeah.
Right. I feel like you two should have a lengthy discussion about who's cuter. And that we should just record that, Amy. Like, that is why we're all here tonight.
These days I can't think straight, and I've been fucked right out of stability. Trying to get back what tomorrow's already taken from me. I nibble on tidbits of fantasy, slices of reality. All bathed in the juices of Islam and Scientology. Shit, my mental streams, these visions of skin and Maxines. With paid programming played on plasma widescreen. See, these are the happenings of an insomniac's dreams in the daylight till it fades like old westerns on silver screen. So now I walk through the workplace, a renegade robot similar to that of Megatron or Starscream. Though my appearance gives me clearance, I detagged and starch clean. I'm fiending for 2 hits of slumber and sweet dreams. I'm sort of like T-Pain in the game, looking for that fucking night thing. And I'm sorry if this runs on, but every thought seems to run on, and 10 hours a week of sleep is far too little for one human being to run on. And shit, I done tried everything from Ambien to Lunesta, Zyprex to the Ativan to codependency grew faster. But see, nowadays I just find myself still awake, now baked, written by moonlight, cause it seems these to be the only ways for me to keep the room light. You see, this are the hopes of a man wishing for REM nights, to have dreams of social advancement with futuristic insight, but that's...
It's called In Defense of Ryan Gosling. Build me a fucking house. That's what you need to do. And write me the story of our love and read it to me 8,000 times, because my unrealistic expectations are only overwhelming when compared to the breadth and length of your penis. And you know what else? If you can tell me you love me without wanting to touch my pussy right that second, I'll lower the bar. You know what else? If you can cook me dinner without expecting me to suck your dick, I'll lower the bar. I realize that waiting for my prince to come is futile, so I may have to go find him on Craigslist or Backpage. And you know something else? I've sold my body to get something back from contact with your sex other than tears and pain. And the drugs I bought with that money almost made me forget that I expected better. Even though I want you to put the seat down when you're done. Even though I expect you to know the exact shade of blue that mirrors my eyes. Even though I want you to realize that all I ever wanted was for you to know me, truly know me, and love me anyway. Ryan Gosling didn't fuck it up. You did. Though I'll admit that hanging off a Ferris wheel is a little extreme.
I'm going to read a poem because, in addition to being your host for the open mic and a wise ass, I also write poetry. Please, do us all a favor and break by yourself. I saw you on a train traveling north, hurting so visibly that the majority of people that passed you by were forced to look away. You were probably hungover, praying that the pain in your gut was just from some drinking, but anyone that looked you in the eyes you were trying so desperately to hide could tell it was more than that. It was longing. It was distance. It was dreaming of different. It was profound, life-altering pain, and you were just sitting there doing it on the train. You selfish individual, you break by yourself. Others need not witness this. Need not be reminded of their own mortality, of the fact that we are frail flesh, despite the strength we attempt to portray outwardly at some poetry reading, some sporting event, some drug-fueled, booze-infused rock concert, some fundraising social function for the causes we deem worthy because our opinion matters. Just like your opinion matters, but no one is going to ask you what's the matter when you are sitting there seconds from shattered on the verge of tears, yet laughing about things for reasons no one but you can hear. This makes you look like a lunatic. So please, for the sake of the sanity of those of us heading to work this morning, you bottle your emotion. You bottle your pain. You put them in a cold, dark basement on some fast-forgotten shelf. You bury your face in a pillow alone in the wee hours of the morning. You break by yourself. Some of us are watching. I have been where you are. I have been who you are. I understand that somehow, some way, you think there is some message we may send together, a consciousness at the forefront of your mind that screams, despite our differences, we begin and end together. Bundle of branches stretched and stressed over knee, we bend together. But you, this morning, this lifetime around, are enduring a storm we cannot weather, so allow me some small pleasure and break by yourself. Know that the vast, open ocean that is your heart headed to some unknown destination causes my eyes to well. I cannot turn this off. I can smell that you are beyond the point where a simple hug or smile will help, so I'm asking you, begging you, get off at the next stop. Duck into a coffee shop, ruminate over some elaborate latte or just coffee black about all the stupid shit you did that put you here that you cannot take back. And I pray that someday you heal, that someday your spirit finds itself well. But this morning I cannot help you. This morning you break by yourself. We will be back here in 2 weeks. The date on that 2 weeks from now is March 18th. Doing math in his head, 14 plus 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of Albany Poets, coming up here to read poetry.
Holy shit!
Fuck yeah!
Tom Job!
Why I look out windows. When I was 7 years old, I looked out the front window of my second-floor apartment in Troy, New York. This was the first time I remember looking out a window, staring down, fixed gaze, watching my father load up a van and drive away without me. I look out windows now at least 100 times a day, watching other people leave their families, watching the looks in the eyes of children, wiping tears from their faces. I sit in the passenger seat and I count smiles. I drive slow in the middle lane so I can look into the lifeless faces of weekday commuters. Walking by office buildings, admiring the trance of typing away the day. ASDF, home row, JKL, ASDF, JKL, spacebar, return. Now I look out every window. I stare into mirrors and I look through myself to find something more, to redefine the future and rewrite the past. Sublime will be there. No, it's called Sublime.
Ah, that makes more sense.
But some great poets. Jamal St. John, Cat So Poetic is on there. Rainmaker, Midnight from Verbal Slap. Come on, you got to go down there. It is on the 8th. The gentleman right there in the hat, Robert, will give you flyers. They look like this. You're going to want to check it out.
Can they find that information on albanypoets.com?
They will find that information on albanypoets.com first thing in the morning. But in the meantime, it's on Facebook and it's on these flyers. So you're going to want to check out these flyers, you know, because they're right here. You don't have to log on to anything. You just have to go over to Robert and he's got a handful of them.
That guy right there.
It's that guy right there. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming out. Thank you, Kevin. You did a great job hosting. Thank you, audience. You were once again the greatest poetry audience that I have ever seen tonight.